Titans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line.
Get it! 60 Mavericks! 60 Mavericks!
Opening play, and Stroud will throw it. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So the new weapon just picked up via the trade, making an impact here right away.
And what you like about getting...
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off inside the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out. Zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road? There he goes, left side. Down the left sideline. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down at the 25-yard line. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, and maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Devon Achane, 71 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with prior to the game. They always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Get the crowd to go. First, do no harm. But right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. On 2nd down, it's Stroud. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Stroud is going to audible to something else. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down. Here's Lou Hedley now. On the return is Williams. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Dragon 60. 19 Lions.
Richardson to throw off play action. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They set up the screen. Achane has it. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And Richardson looks to throw once more. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Richardson. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Richardson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. DK Metcalf. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the 1st half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Keely Ringo getting home from his spot in the secondary. 21-0 our score after 1. That's the end of the 1st quarter. So that complicates the yards to go now on second down.
70 Timberwolves. Go.
Here's Stroud. A short throw to Ingram. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. 3rd and 9 here.
Third down. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Stroud to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They're going for it. Here's Stroud. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Rolling to his left. And out of bounds right around the 20. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Stroud on 3rd down now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And this one is right through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they do come up with their first points of the game, but Charles, the question is going to shift to their defense.
Yeah, the way things have gone, 3 points could become insignificant fast if this grows to 28-3 or 35-3. They need this defense to come up with a stop, and they need to do it now.
There's the Titan kick away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Play action. Now Richardson. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Krich. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Go.
Richardson off the play fake. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Jaguars are able to add on to their first half lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Stroud sets up the play action. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Stroud's throw here taken in by Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And Stroud now to throw. Flushed out right. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in week 1. The throwing again is Stroud. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
A gain of 12.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing now is Stroud. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
19 Lions. Go.
Stroud looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Hey, check that.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go play action with Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10.
7 Pirates. Cowboy 80.
Off play action. Richardson. Crossing route incomplete. He's got Pitts. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Here's Richardson to throw. He'll find Metcalf. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it second down.
Brings up second and 3. At the 21-yard line.
Richardson looking to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Jags would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Warriors 70.
Richardson to throw off play action. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Richardson. And he is caught. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Again, it's Richardson. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, But didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fist fights along the line of scrimmage.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. His throw incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at it that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Here's Williams to return. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. Down the sideline he goes. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Go!
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Panther 11, Panther 11. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Let go.
They'll go to Barkley again. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2 yards on the play.
19 Tiger, 19.
A first down carry for Barkley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Bracco 80.
Stroud. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Stroud here on 3rd and long. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have
Let's go now.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Dragon 60.
Now Richardson back to throw it. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
19 tight.
Richardson looking to throw this. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Now Richardson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Play action. Now Richardson. Left side, it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 41-yard line. Offense moving quickly to the line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Richardson off the play fake. And he can't escape, and down he goes. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Richardson as the tackle's made at the Titans' 19. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5. Richardson going to change the play here.
2nd and 5 at the Titans' 13-yard line.
And they'll send Williams in motion right. Now it's Richardson. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, CD, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Barkley. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. That one looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their...
He's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And the Titans will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It has been quite a display here in the opening game of the new season. Really, they're putting the rest of the NFL on notice. They are going to be title contenders as now they look to finish things off in the 4th quarter. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Hey, Crash, trap 60, trap 60. Ready?
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Got it. Ready?
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Ready?
Back to throw. Richardson. It's Williams on the catch. And he is going to have a Jags first down, it would appear. And yes, the chain gang going to move